Hello, I'm Dr. Rich Reynolds. I've been with SMC since 2012. I oversee kind of all the course offerings in the physical education department, including life wellness, intro to coaching, and so on. Um, I've also taught Education 120, Business 240 to the Professionalism Workshop, and I oversee a lot of the internships on campus as well. So part of this video is to introduce you to me. I'm one of the main instructors for all things phys ed and sports management. The topic today, life wellness. I'm not going to go through and teach you everything that I teach in my Fed 103 life wellness course, but I kind of wanted to give you a perspective of what I think wellness is coming into this, why it's important, those types of things. So first off, defining what wellness is. It's a concept with a lot of different factors involved. Wellness is not just about living healthy, eating the right diet, working out all the time, those types of things. It's a concept that there's a lot of different components to a person's life, and learning how to balance those different components, and making yourself both a healthy and productive member of society. That's kind of basically how I define my personal definition of what wellness is. And when I started at SMC, looking over how wellness was taught with the textbooks and the quizzes and tests and stuff, from day one when I went in and started reviewing things, there's a lot of good content out there, stuff that even I needed to honestly brush up on and get more familiar with. But what I tell students, what my philosophy is going into teaching any course is, how is this applicable in the real world? I don't want students taking and thinking of wellness as a gym course, and I don't want thinking the concept of wellness of something real ultra simple of just watch what you eat and work out, just go play games or be nice to people. Though that's what wellness is, and that's really not the case. You've got to kind of dig down and understand these things. And some of the assignments in both my classes, the Ed 120s, the 103s, those types of things, are designed to kind of broaden your horizon as to what wellness is, how it affects your life, how all the different factors come into balance. Now, wellness, when I say there's a lot of different factors, at SMC, we study 6 of them specifically, but there's anywhere upwards of 22 different variations of factors. But the biggest key to all of it is understanding and assessing where you're at and trying to bring those factors into balance. So that's kind of my big message for today. One, again, introducing myself, who I am. Obviously, I'm doing this from home. This is my very plain, boring background in my house and stuff. But I wanted to make an introduction to what wellness is, kind of put a name and a face out there so you understand. If you've got questions and stuff, I'm here to help. Most of the time you can catch me in the Student Activity Center once campus reopens again. That's kind of my primary spot on campus. I also am in the School of Business, so I'm over in the faculty offices over in the Wood Building quite often for internships and stuff. But going back to, again, my main point here, talking about wellness, it is an important thing. It is understanding who you are, what things affect your life, and trying to both assess them and bring them into balance. It's not as simple as, oh, I'm just going to do this and everything's going to magically be okay. There's so many different factors out there, and understanding and defining them in your own terms is kind of the big first step. For me, it's also, like I said, putting practical application to use. This is stuff I utilize in my life. I've gone through a lot of challenges. I've completed my doctoral degree in the last year, which that was 5 years of pain and suffering and sweat and tears and all the other things. And it was very, very stressful on top of my normal job. But I honestly took what I've taught in the class and kind of provided that as real life application, understanding what makes me irritated, what factors are out there, how I'm dealing with stress, making sure that I'm being, a positive role model for my kids, for my students, for my coworkers. You can't be happy all the time, but knowing how to deal with bad days, what are the factors, assessing yourself, using some little techniques here and there to get yourself right back on track so that you don't get yourself in kind of a dark corner or a dark place, mentally, emotionally. It is very important in the day and age we live in, and especially with this COVID thing. A lot of people talk about, the sheltered home to stay safe, but there's also the mental health aspects of it, the emotional uh, uh, seclusion that you're in. You're maybe with family, but you're not seeing your friends, your coworkers, the people who mean a lot to you, and you can't do a lot of the different things for recreation, that stress relief, going to a baseball game, going to a movie, going to a concert, whatever the case may be. So understanding there's going to be a lot of different challenges in your life, and understanding what wellness is, what the components are, how to assess them, and how to try and bring them into balance. One, it's not easy. It is very difficult to kind of stay on track. It's a juggling act more than anything. And again, I just wanted to kind of take a time today to introduce myself, kind of give you an overview of what the concept of what wellness is. And that will lead you into the discussions for your Ed 120 class, and, maybe even, maybe even a chance to come and sign up for a Fed 103 Life Wellness class. Obviously, you know who I am. If you want to listen to some, boring lectures, that's probably best to take somebody else's class. I'm not one who likes to lecture, which is why making this video is incredibly difficult for someone like me. I'm a person of action. I like to do things. I like to take things on. So again, if it's a subject of interest to you, if I can ever be of help to you, again, I'm in the Student Activity Center predominantly. Look me up. Ask any questions. Feel free anytime. So thanks for listening. I hope you have a great semester.